Let me tell y'all, man, disease is rampant. Disease has been going hard right now for a while. And I'm gonna tell y'all, it's energy. When you see a person that commit a crime and then don't want to go to jail for the crime and want to put the crime on everybody else or bring down everybody else with them, that's a energy. That's an entity. Same thing works in everything else. People don't want, like, in this situation, for my family members, it's better for them to go to jail or prison and own up to the than they death, because what they got planned for them in the afterlife is not good, and they don't believe anymore. They soulless at the moment. Their heart seared. When your heart seared, you walk around like a soulless being. You are a soulless being. Your soul is incarnating in hell when your heart is seared. So it's giving you a limited time on this earth to do right. It don't matter if you are high vibration or not. If you sell your, when Jesus was high vibration. If Jesus would have, when the devil tempted Jesus would have lost his soul. When the devil tempted Jesus right there, and Jesus would have failed that test out of everything Jesus done. If Jesus would have failed that test, he'd have had a seared heart. That's how it works, y'all. That's how easy it is. And it's gonna keep happening. Like, I was just thinking about somebody, the Astro was talking about somebody 3 or 4 days ago, they were disappointed in them. But they were vibrating uphill with me. And they just finally sold out, broke. And you gotta get to your breaking point. To pass the breaking point, over the hill, once you get over the hill, they're gonna keep attacking you, but you gonna laugh at the attacks at this point. And that's what Jesus did. Jesus was, he was laughing at the attacks because he not elevated too high. That's why it's vitally important to pray and meditate a lot. But when you got disease, I'm trying to show y'all these programs. You gotta look at these energies. You gotta get over your lustful desires. That's why you keep getting attacked in that department, because you're weak in that department. I don't care what you think you is and who you think you are. If you was not weak in that department, you wouldn't keep getting attacked in that department. Yeah, they'll keep coming around, but not so often. You're getting attacked in that department because you're weak in that department. See, now I'm teaching. I ain't preaching. So, when you get down to, cause y'all, it seems like y'all just ain't, something ain't right. Okay, now that you know this about energy, a person go to hell, they gonna what? Bring you to hell with them. That's energy. That's a group right there. That's a sleeve right there. That's energy. Now you, out of 8.2 billion people, and 100% out of 100% of 8.2 billion people, the people that will send you to hell, prison, want you to go to hell with them, prison with them, and do anything else with them, this percentage is gonna be high as 95%. So you gotta be strong throughout the whole earth. The Ouroboros is a matrix. The road to heaven is narrow. The road to hell is broad. Even once you get solid and whole, you still gonna get attacked, but just not as frequent. They just alerts after that. They just to keep you alert and let you know God watching, which is a good thing for me. Let me know, God, I see you, God, smile, God, oh, you try to get me, God. And like I said, one time I checked Satan. One time I checked, because I done got elevated so high I could see the entity in you, whether it's an angel or a demon. I checked Satan. And Satan told me out that person mouth. That person didn't even, I asked the person, did you know you just said this to me? They said, I don't remember saying nothing like that. The person, I said, why are you testing me, Satan? And Satan said, it's my job. I know you already, I got to do my job. That's what it said. That's exactly what it said now. I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm getting chill. Look, my hair standing up. I'm telling you. Satan said, I got to do my job. I'm just doing my job. And went back into the vessel that it was in, and that person snapped out of it. And I said, I just want to ask her. I said, did you realize you just said this to me? They said, I don't remember saying that. And I said, do you realize you just told me what your plans was for me? Because that person was going to kill me that night at a lake. I said, do you realize what you just said to me? Do you realize you just told me, because we were going to the lake, have fun and everything. I said, you realize, because they were plotting on me. They had set up and everything. So y'all don't make it up to these tests because y'all don't even pass the sex test. Y'all fail the sex test. Go back to one of my lectures. I don't even know if it was out high in the building. It was probably on this a new Raw, whatever the name is, Kane Anu or whatever. If it is, it's at the beginning of it. I said, what did I say? I can't even remember now. But anyway, there's a lot of human tests being done on Chosen One, because you on angel mode now. You're supposed to be on angel mode. And you're going to keep getting tested to make sure you ain't going to never descend or fault out and wind up on demon mode. You don't even want to get on, you don't even want to get on demon time. And but you make sure you ain't still on human mode. You gotta walk in your angel mode. I know y'all getting attacked. I can hit in the Astro. They lining y'all up, putting y'all in categories and everything, chaining y'all up and everything for that money. My grandpa taught me about this money when he was still, not really when he was still alive, but I had heard some details about things when he was still alive. I ain't know nothing about it. I don't know if the money involved me, but I'm just saying, if it was some inherited money, he taught me, somebody old taught me how that works. If it's inherited money, it's like a scheme, it's a chain, it's a effect. And how everybody knows about it. People play games with it, like it's like people can get paid good money off of it and everything while it's going down. It's basically like whoever that inherited money is left to, them people are chosen, high priests and stuff. You can't just steal it. And normally when somebody try to steal it, they lost in a past lifetime. They was that person in a past lifetime. That's them the only people that's brave enough to try to take it. So when they try to take it, they created programs for these inheritance, and they last a long time, 5 to 10 years. And what happened is all these people who try to take this money get basically lined up like dominoes. That's what I said. I was talking about dominoes. I said you get lined up like dominoes, and they gonna knock one down, it's gonna kill all y'all. Some people die, some people go to prison, RICO charges, and all that. And the person that the inheritance money is left to is supposed to stay in that one spot, because no matter what you do, if you move or whatever, you will die. And the only way that I know that I could have got out of this is if a twin or a twin flame or a soulmate would have actually came to me. But as I see now, that wasn't gonna happen either, because that's why it's like gifted to that person if they made it to me. If they made it to me without going through all that and getting tempted by all that and getting failing them tests of all that, then it would have been like a gift. Like, oh well, you honor that. You got your merit badge for that. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna give it to you now because you went through all that hell and you didn't succumb to none of it. A lot of y'all just failed y'all test, and that's it, and that is what it is. And now they talking now about choosing a whole nother 11. I don't know if it's another 11 chosen ones or whatever, but it's like 11 people finna be replaced. I don't know what that is though. 10 or something like that. 10 people. I don't know what it is. Like, people getting replaced back to back. It's 8.2 billion people out here to choose 144,000 chosen ones. We got 8.2 billion people to choose from. I know because I relapsed a long time ago. I got tired of this. I said, I'm not doing this. And when I found out exactly what you got to do to go through this, I said, oh, I'm not doing it. I'm going to go ahead and do what I've been doing. And immediately I felt the energy took it from me. And yeah, I could get high, but the high didn't feel good anymore. Yeah, I could sleep around, but it didn't feel good anymore. It didn't feel like it did. Something was missing, something was off. And I completely felt like a junkie. I completely felt like I was going in a direction where I was not going to return back. It was just dark. There was no light there. No light to be seen. No light to be felt. And it was worse. I was worse off than I was before all this even took place. And I said, oh, hell no, I'm not doing that. Hell no, I'm not doing that. So I cut everything out cold turkey, and I never went back again. Because I done been in that dark place before, and I wasn't going to do it. It took me hell to climb out of that shit. It took me hell and high water. I remember. I almost lost my life on numerous occasions. I probably did have near-death experiences. And I said, I'm not doing that. I'm not going down that road no more. And I dropped all that. And I talked to my ancestors about it afterward, and they were like, yeah, 2 to 3 people can replace you. But they preparing, like, they prepare people as you grow. You been tested, you been analyzed. Your car, if you read your car, and if you were staying vibrating high, you wouldn't be with sex partners and friends and all that no more. You'll be at this part where it's talking about analysts. And these analysts is people that come in is monitoring spirits, and it ain't no monitoring spirits from the devil and this and that. Lord have mercy. God got everything come from God. Everything come from heaven. Everything ain't of the devil. Everything ain't. Satan don't create nothing. Satan mimic God. But anyway, it's these monitor spirits that come down. They come down every Tuesday or every other Tuesday or something like that, every other Wednesday or something like that. And they come like twice a week or something like that, or 2 to 3 times every 2 weeks. And they come and check, make sure you cleaning up your inside, your home. Make sure you reading your Bible, meditating. That's why I said if they were monster spirits of the devil, they wouldn't make sure you're doing so much good. Is you meditating? Is you praying? Well, it don't matter if you're good or bad. Like if you in the dark, they gonna descend you to Anubis. If you're in the dark, they gonna descend you to they gonna put you in a negative. And if you living in the light, they gonna put you in the positive. They gonna place you. You know what I'm saying? You still protected by both sides, but they gonna play. It's somebody actually trying to explain that on YouTube. I ain't got their name, but they were trying to explain like certain people got certain people got both worlds, and certain people got the dark, and certain chosen ones of the light. But it ain't bad or good. It's just a different vibration in them. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all keep saying, you gotta choose. Y'all, that's low vibrational, bro. We uphill now. It ain't about choose. It ain't about Jesus, God no more. All that's gone. That's gone. All that's gone, bro. All that's gone. I know how to talk to the devil. I can shake the devil's hand. The devil can't contaminate me. I can cast out demons. Demons get cast out when I'm around them. Demons start acting out of pocket when I'm around them. Y'all just be talking and faking it. When you come into the room, yeah, if you look good. You come into the room start, yeah, if you look good. If you come into the room start, yeah, if you dress good. If you come into the room start, yeah, if you got a lot of money on you. I'm talking about for real, for real. The inside of you start acting out of pocket. This is the real deal right here, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, y'all ain't doing nothing, bro. Y'all out there just talking, running your mouth. Ain't nobody pulled up yet. I told you this is a free country, free world, freedom of speech. This yard is free to fight in. Ain't nobody scared of y'all. I ain't thought about being scared of y'all. I never in my life thought about being scared of nobody. I done been to hell and back a couple times. Now, all I'm trying to do is please the divine. I work for God, and I'm a warrior angel. Does it sound like a warrior angel supposed to be living in the roses? Supposed to be dancing in the, just having a good time? Why would God send a warrior angel down here to have a good time and live in peace and harmony? It don't make no sense. Y'all need to go over there. You descended, and you need to get over there, and you need to start back trying to ascend, because you done descended for either money or sex, if not both. And know your place and pick your spots. Ain't nobody playing no more. The revelation is here. Jesus said that the end is near. That was a long time ago. So we already know this is the year. Y'all still out there playing hoe, still out there being on drugs, still out there selling out folk, still out there sacrificing folk. You should have been got over that. That's old news. Ain't nobody even looking at you, paying attention to you. You old news. Real, man. I'm telling you, this is real. I believe in God for real. Y'all don't believe in God for real. I can comfortably say that. Y'all don't believe in God for real. Because if you did, you wouldn't be falling for the typical. Any low budget gangster, any low vibrational gangster can fool anybody with sets of money. If you gonna fall for it, then you ain't vibrating high, honey. Period. I done had the best women come up to me. Some women that came up to me that I thought God itself sent it to me. And I knew to say no. Because I just told y'all, God said when he give you something, you got to put work in it. It just so happened, when I did not sleep with that woman, come to find out the person who sent me that woman had full-blown AIDS. And that dude was pimping her out. That's why I say ain't nobody playing around here. I'm born and raised in the streets. The streets picked me, not you. Y'all at the moment you a bunch of losers. And you about to lose your chosen one car. You lose that car, you know what that means? You got the light in the dark protecting you. When God take that car from you, they're gonna attack you. So you are in a rock and a hard place right now. Y'all want me over there so I can't protect you. Why you gonna convince me to leave my protection, to descend from God, and come over there to protect you? How is that gonna work? Oh, the idiocy is out of this world these days, bro. And it's on the beautifulest faces. Total distraught. Oh my God, somebody help somebody, please. At this moment, it's embarrassing. But anyway, y'all got a house? Oh, I love my house. Oh, I love my house. I would love a house too. You know how many times, I'm the creativity. You know how often I had to sell out, you know how often I had to turn down stuff? You know how often I had to turn down that I wanted? I'm talking about way before this even happened. I always been good at whatever. I put 100% in anything I do. You know how many times the enemy tried to get me to sell out? At one time, I was putting contracts on the wall. I lost them, though. Or something happened. I probably moved out and got robbed or something. And then every time I get robbed, they take my paperwork. But they don't even want that. Take his bag. They take my identity and paperwork. Lord have mercy, this is a mess. Don't be so easy out there. We living in the end. We living in Revelation. What was once your sin should no longer be your sin, and if it is still your sin, then now your sins are 7 times greater than they was before you even started to sin. I mean, when you previous your first sin. So when you were sinning at normal, what it was just a sin, but now it's 7 times greater. You know what I'm saying? So you keep going back, and it's getting greater and greater. We live in Revelation. Before we even got into Revelation, you supposed to have let them sins go. I done pulled all them thorns out my flesh. Ain't none of them in my flesh. That's why I keep telling y'all the story. My son, I had to let my son go. I let my son go for God. I sacrificed my son for God. When they took what I mean by that is, when they took my son, I didn't have to let them take my son. I could have went to war about it. But I let them take my son because I knew God had something he needed me to do. And what God had for me to do, my son would have been in more danger with me than he is with whoever he with at the moment. So that's a sacrifice for God. I let it go. But what I was telling you about was when I sacrificed my son, that means I lost everything, money and all. Because my son was the greatest possession to me outside of God. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody. I already done passed all them tests. I don't want to hear no more y'all low vibrate. I'm disappointed in y'all because some of y'all had great vibrate. I can tell y'all descended because the speeches and the lectures y'all getting now is so low vibrational. Not all y'all, it's other ones taking the place though. There's some great ones on there now. But they just ain't in the same category that they was in. Oh, there's some outstanding ones on there now. There's people vibrating now. That's what I'm saying. God got 2 to 3 more replacements for me. If I don't want to do my job, it's 2 to 3 people that would replace me. And they showed me better than they could tell me. Almost like a snap of a finger. I looked like the junkie. I felt like a junkie. And I knew I was going to have to live a life of a junkie. It's all on high in the building from when I went up and went down. That's one of the reasons why I was changing it anyway. That was the old, this is that. Now, this is the new. I did it all in 5 years. Showed everybody how I can go. That's power. When most of y'all do stuff like that, you gone for 10, 20, 15, 20, 30 years, sell your soul for it. I done met people selling their soul for drugs. Selling their soul for sex. Never have I seen it before. These 5 years. That's all I'm trying to tell everybody. It's real. This real right here. And the reason why you can't see it and you can't feel it no more because you done descended. Those who are vibrating high, those who are still meditating, whether they doing chosen ones or not, they know what I'm saying is real. Especially if they up to the stir. One of y'all, some people got wicked stirs, but especially if they up to the stir, they know all this is real. They just still playing with the wrong people. I don't know why. If some of those people in that stir, I guess that's why the stir is wicked, but I don't know. But once I got to the stir, I knew I ain't need to deal with nobody. Unless they was on the right path. But right now, you're going to have to choose good or bad. You can't be lukewarm. And when I say, when it comes down to a chosen one, that's different in them angels. I'm talking about humans right now. Them angels. They ain't both. They just got they got the masculine and the feminine side, and they got them balanced. If you come at them wrong, they gonna check you. That's why you said he's burned in the fire. You already descended. Yeah, you gotta be firm. You gotta be the fire gonna mold you. When Jesus died last time I checked, Jesus went to hell to get the key. He had to go through the fire to get molded. Now, no more loser lectures. Now, craziness. Listen to what I'm telling you. Ain't nobody playing out there. I told y'all to read the Bible. That's the manuscript. Told y'all to pray. Told you to meditate. Y'all ain't taking this serious. Sleep with each other, talking about somebody. Sleep with each other, talking about somebody. What made that real? That ain't never been real. These days, people snitch on people, talk about people, and gossip about people, and it's real. And then sacrifice the ones who don't do it. So you go out there and make gangster move, and then wonder why you snitching on each other. You just sacrifice all the real ones that wouldn't snitch on you. You ain't real. Next. I'll be waiting here. Ain't no gate around my house. Y'all all riding around my house looking. Looking. You can pull in anytime you want to. You can be a gang stalker. You can be a gang walker. Come on up in here. See, that's what I was showing. See, I just gave you a good example. I wasn't in my anger at all. I'm not mad at all. But I could go to that gear real quick and fast because I'm a war angel. Ain't nothing mad about me. I ain't angry at all. You done robbed me, turned my life upside down, kidnapped my whole family, kidnapped my life, and kidnapped my energy, and probably torturing my son. And I still ain't got angry. So I supposed to get angry for what, y'all? Not happening. You can come into this yard with the group and we gonna fight, and I'm gonna fight with a smile on my face. Go ask the enemy that done got to fight with me. I fight laughing. I don't talk when I'm fighting. I'm quiet when I'm fighting, and I'm smiling when I'm fighting. Even if you hitting me, I'm still smiling at you while we fighting. That's why they call me crazy. And that's why they always say I was crazy. They ain't gonna tell y'all that though. Now, I ain't never been weak. You got my energy. That's my energy. I work for that energy. I built that energy. That's my security. I work for that security. You can't be weak to build security. You can only be weak to steal security. I'm loyal to my people. The friends I got, I don't sleep. I ain't worried about sleeping with my homies or friends and business associates, wives and girlfriends. Not at all. Even though they hitting on me and want me to sleep with them, I still ain't falling for it. Not at all. I earn every penny, every bit of it, all of it. I done had business people give me their card and go ahead and make purchases for their stocks and see probably $1 million on their card and not steal $1. Give them back their stuff, get their stocks, everything proper, and they won't even give me an extra $1. I done saved companies from $500,000, and they still wouldn't give me an extra $1. Made me do it again over and over. Because they could depend on me not stealing $1. But I'm the one getting tortured. And y'all in there practicing tests to get diseases. But how you better than me when you practicing and love the tests to give you diseases? How you better than me? Now what it really is that you accidentally caught diseases. Now you on the team with the diseases, trying to get those who ain't got diseases.